Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody. This is Hasnan, and with me, Dr. Muneer, and we are exploring Restream. It's a free version of the studio, and I could check on my LinkedIn profile. It's live also. So great to have Dr. Muneer with me on a very short notice, because just today, this morning, I discovered this platform and I was actually checking for almost 1 week some free platform where I could go live on LinkedIn Live and YouTube also. So, Dr. Mir, could you introduce yourself?
Thank you so much for having me. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muneer Babar. I am basically a dental public health specialist, and I'm affiliated with International Medical University as an associate dean in the School of Dentistry. So, yeah, I welcome all of you. Thank you, Asnan.
Okay, great. I'm just checking on my YouTube also as just confirmation. Yeah, just give me a second. And yes, it's live there
Sure,
also.
sure.
That's great. So those who are watching, feel free to post your questions. And if you want to know more about this studio, do let me know, and we could actually share our own experiences, right? Yes, Dr. Muni, just a very quick session with you while testing the feature of Restream, right?
Yep.
How was your primary education and where you did it, and where you are now, whether you were dreaming about that or how is the whole journey?
Okay. I think I started my journey in Pakistan. My basic degree is from University of Peshawar, Khyber College of Dentistry. So I did my BDS in 1996 from there, and then I joined Faculty of Dentistry, University of Malaya, and did my post graduation from there. After this, I went back and worked in Pakistan, in Gandhara University, and also my private practice. From there, I did my public health masters and postgraduate diploma in health profession. And it's not health professional education, but there is a postgraduate diploma in health, public health, basically. And after that, in 2008, I joined International Medical University School of Dentistry as a senior lecturer. So currently, I am working in the same institute since 2008, as an associate dean for academic affairs.
Great. I don't know whether you notice your video is a bit blurred. I don't know why. Is it
I'm not sure
on?
because it asks me two options. One is the normal option, one is HD option. So HD option, I have
You
changed.
just try. Can you change it to normal now? Because I could see
Um,
on your feed at the bottom. So as we are exploring, I'm okay with all the small minor fine tune.
mhm.
So you see the feed in coming in the studio is great.
I just
I could see.
I just
Mm.
changed. Okay, this standard definition. It's a bit laggy, but I'm trying high definition. So I think it will just go black. Yeah, now how is the video now? This is a high definition video.
Yeah, much better, much better. I actually also refresh on my side. Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So you are already now in dental or public health, I would say, right? In that area.
Yes, dental
So,
public health. Yes, correct.
yes. So, what kind of challenges you face when you compare, like different countries you have experienced, the students, uh, and how to handle them in your own domain? Like, for
Actually,
example, in a dental course. Yeah, please.
okay, students everywhere are the same. They curiosity, they want to learn, and most of them they want to learn through some activity based, especially in university education, not memorizing things. What we did, and sorry, what I did previously also, made everything very activity based. In my previous
Mhm.
university in Pakistan, we have community engagement and community outreach program. So we used to go to even orphanage. We went to juvenile addiction center, which was an amazing experience basically for me. So when I joined here in Malaysia International Medical University, so I have the same experience. The students have a curiosity; they wanted to do thing in the field rather than the classroom, because there should be some area where you connect the classroom with the community. Otherwise, they will not be able to capture all these things. So we have a lot of opportunities for them. They go to community, they apply all the knowledge they have learned. So because our program is divided into phase one and phase two. So phase one is first 5 semester and phase two is the second 5 semester. So mostly the theory based activities or the principles are in phase one, and phase two is applying all those principles. In fact, I'll say that we have a lot of activities also in phase one. They go to community, they have experiential learning, they go to different schools, they have community or hospital visits that is related to dental public health. So I guess it's quite an amazing experience for us, for as a academic or as a faculty member, and for the student also. We have also always received good feedback on when we connect them to the community from the classroom. So it
Yeah,
is something good.
that's great. I think this reminds me when in 2009 I started my own research on mobile collaborative informal learning. So that's where just now you were mentioning about learning while going into the community, right? So what's your
Yes, I
say?
can say.
What's your experience and how this pandemic actually increases the informal learning or outside of classroom learning part?
Actually, very honestly, I think I have seen everything as an opportunity rather than a problem. So uh, definitely, we have had or we have the problem, and we needed something to do about it. So we are, I think, fortunate that we have the online education system or virtual platforms. So what we did is for the student something called service learning. In normal circumstances, in pre-COVID, they will go to the community, they will do their need analysis, and they will make a plan for the community that how we will improve their oral health within the next 6 months to 12 months. So what we did, definitely we can't go to community, so we found out some communities who have still some connectivity, internet connectivity through different source points. And then we started making different kinds of health education packages for them, or health promotion packages to connect them. And if they have any issue, so it's kind of tele-dentistry, which became more stronger. Definitely, we can't provide them treatment, but we could provide them some solutions that for time being, like if they can't visit a dentist or our dental clinics, so they have some symptomatic relief, or what they can do, especially the elderly and children. So I think that part was quite very well done by our students, and they connected with many community members, and they were quite happy. Especially, we were connected with the refugee communities, and their response was quite good because mostly their education level was also good. So they have very good connectivity. So that helped us a lot in reducing the impact, or I can say the bad impact because in COVID we can say the life must go on. We can't stop for it.
Yeah.
So that is something. So now looking forward into the next normal, because we had the our old normal, the new normal now is the next normal. So
Yeah.
looking forward to the next normal, which I feel that it will be more hybrid. There will be a
Mm.
lot of activities which will be in the community, in the classroom, and on the online also. So we have to learn this new thing, and the faster we learn it, the better we will be. So
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome, and thanks for sharing your experiences. So what you're going to see, and you already mentioned it, like the future will be blended learning, but there is a challenge whenever we have a skill-based education. How you are going to transfer this skill in this kind of virtual environment?
uh, I think as a because as a dentist, I think we will not be 100% moving
Mm.
there, because in dentistry we one is skills, the other is we need to feel and touch the patient and work
Mm.
accordingly. So these things we have haptics, we have so many things, so many things can be done, but I think the skill based part, majority has to still be face to face, until unless we have the simulation so advanced that the student can learn at home. In fact, we have in our program we have a personalized learning station. We we have developed a system where they can take even the whole setup, which is quite a nice setup in which at home they can practice how to cut
Mm.
their teeth and all these things on plastic teeth. But still
Mm.
you need guidance, and still we need to have rubrics and proper flows, how the student will work at their home, how these mobile dental units will be, because it's still the cost factor is there, and we will not be able to do it like 100% there because of the cost and the logistic thing. Like I remember some of the students said that they wanted to be delivered to their home. The others said
Mm.
that they will come and pick it. So for delivery nowadays, there are different ways we can do it. That was not a problem, but uh, how they are doing at home, or if something goes wrong, like they cut themselves or this,
Yeah.
then there can be anything. So
Mm.
being a faculty, always we think safety first.
Yes.
So we started with the senior cohort to train them. In
Mm.
fact, the main idea also came from one of our alumni.
Mm.
In one of the sharing session, we have a lot of sharing session with alumni. They share their experiences, what they have done differently. Like for example, when they are training for postgraduate exam in UK, Australia, or any other country, they need
Mm.
to practice on cutting the cavities in plastic teeth. So they
Mm.
have to like literally a homemade lab in their house
Mm.
to work. And when they gave us the idea, so we picked it up from there. And then in literature, I have also seen that some of the universities have started at different level, few things. So in fact, our alumni, I would like to mention his name, Dr. Awlip Ganguly, who is currently in UK, and this was basically the idea started from there, that
Mm.
we can do something. But still, it is in a pilot stage because there is a lot of finances involved, a lot of logistical issues and safety issues. But hopefully, with time, we will learn how to do it, and hopefully, we will improve all these things.
Yeah, great, great. And just my last few questions.
Yes.
How you engage learners during when campus was closed? Could you share
Oh.
some of your experiences?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, this was the first thing when campus. We were told that on 18th March the campus will be closed. So this was first thing came to my mind, because before that we had another episode of some issue that happened, and our email system was not working, and a lot of things happened. So I was wondering that how will I connect, like in a pandemic I can't go anywhere, what will happen? So then I discovered the Telegram app, in which I can
Hmm.
have a channel there. So I invited the whole dental students cohort there, means all five cohorts, and they joined with the faculty. And what we started doing, it's all like two, three of the admins we have, like myself, the dean, the school manager, and the head of clinical and simulation learning. So we started putting information there for student relevant information, which is mostly related to COVID and how their classes will be. And the student responded very well. Then we have Microsoft Teams for learning. We Before that, for 2 years, in fact, it's quite funny. For 2 years, I was trying to introduce or try my best that our faculty and staff start using Microsoft Team, but they were everybody was reluctant because they said if we can do it face to face, why do it online? Then nobody had a choice. We had to do online. So then we came up with a handbook how to use it for learning, for meetings, and we found out, like I joined few forums where they have tips for Microsoft learning, and from there I picked up a lot of things, and it worked. So basically, we have created some classrooms in the Microsoft Teams, and we do a lot of engagement there. We use Telegram, and we have basically worked more towards student well-being also, because it was quite a new thing. In a sense that our screen time have increased
Yeah.
from daily 1 hour to like literally 8 9 hours. So we have fine tuned it so many times, but ultimately it worked very well, and the students were quite happy. We have some issues with the lectures, because some of the lectures were pre-recorded, asynchronous. So then later, most of our teaching was synchronous. So the
Yeah.
student was quite okay.
Great, great. Yeah. And I think that's where those institutions or those educators who think out of the box, they actually survive during this pandemic.
Yeah.
And just my second last question, what or how you foresee, I would say, uh, the live streaming future, in education, the way
Uh,
we are doing now.
I think that it will become more like better. It is good, but it will become better. We have, in fact, in university, we have tried few new things. I was involved. I had a lot of questions about that, at how it will work, because personally we have not experienced it. That's why we have questioned. But I think it will work very well, and the only thing I feel, we need to have a lot of storage, cloud storage,
Mhm.
because everything will be recorded, and it's kind of a portfolio type of thing. We have to work on it. That if as a faculty member, if I am doing all these things, so how better we can do it. So we have storage, the student can refer, and the
Yeah.
student can create their own learning library. So whenever they need something, they know where to get it, rather
Mhm.
than it becomes so messy that in the end we don't know from where to get what. So
Yeah.
there are few things we need to have work. One is like virtual libraries. That's another thing. But student personal learning library will be an amazing thing. Hopefully, at some point, we can
Yeah.
come up with for example, as a student, I have attended 10 lectures. So where all these 10 lectures are stored, how
Mhm.
can I access them, especially on our learning management system. Sorry, just give me. On our learning management system, we see that suddenly it picks up the number of students visiting the learning management system LMS is very high during exam or just before the exam. So I am sure that there must be something that we can help them in this.
Great. Thanks for your honest sharing.
Yeah,
And I think just that reminds me when you were talking and sharing your challenges that we need to not only focus on infrastructure, we should actually build infrastructure also
exactly.
for and then provide them space and for learners and even for our faculty members so that they could comfortably use this live streaming or online distance learning
Yeah,
concepts. Yeah,
exactly. Upskilling of the
yeah.
students and the faculty is very important because I think the students are sometimes better than us in using
Mhm.
technology because we are mostly digital immigrants and they are digital
Yeah.
natives. So there is an advantage for them. But
Yes.
I think, and the other thing, I always say that technology should never be in the driving seat. It should be in the passenger seat. Otherwise, autopilot can take us anywhere.
Thanks for that final reminder. Pedagogy should, or technique should, or methodology should lead us.
Yeah,
Technology is just a mean to reach to our destination.
yeah.
My final question to you: how was your experience about using today? Just now using
Okay.
this studio.
This studio, actually, the login and all these things are quite simple. I was
Mhm.
thinking that I have to write a lot of things like typical, and you have to swear so many times you will not use this, and you. But it's quite simple, two steps, and then I was in. Then
Mhm.
initially I logged in through my phone,
Mhm.
but phone have maybe they have different versions, so there were limited option, and the voice was like echoing to me. My own voice was coming back to me, so I was a bit
Mhm.
uncomfortable. So then I
Right.
logged in through the browser on my laptop, and it's quite nice. I can see the pictures very clear. The
Mhm.
sound is very clear, and that is I personally liked it. It's quite simple,
Yeah.
and for the other thing is the fonts are quite good, so
Mhm.
everything, if written to me in this on the screen, is quite big, so I can very clearly see rather than I have to move forward and read what is written there. So I'm really impressed with this.
Thanks for the feedback. And all those who just watch our session live, excuse me, please feel free to comment and do subscribe to Dr. Muni's channel also on LinkedIn and on social media. And just to share with you also, the recording of this session will be available on my YouTube channel also and on my LinkedIn profile also. So feel free to subscribe, and those who will be watching the replay of this broadcast, do comment, do let us know on which topic you want us to discuss and explore and share with you our own experiences.
Yeah,
So with yes, Dr. Munir.
I think, Mr. Hasnan, this is one of the best thing. If they ask us the question, then we can work on that. Like we will know because it's a ocean there. There are a lot of tools. If they have a particular question, so we can explore those areas, and we will basically learn together.
Yes.
Because these things are coming so fast. I don't think so. There is any expert now. We are all at the beginner level, but we are all learning together. That is very important.
Yeah. And to end my session, I would really appreciate Dr. Munil for taking Saturday, is Sunday already, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Your Sunday time and, and giving and sharing your knowledge to all our audiences. So once again, thanks and have a pleasant day. It's heavy rain here. So maybe you also could feel it, because you are at
yes,
26th floor. Am I right?
yes.
Yeah, so enjoy the weather and stay safe, everybody. See you in our next broadcast. Any final word, Dr. Munir?
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.